Hey everybody, it's just Kate here from Secret Bloggers Business. Just jumping in with a new, I'm hoping it'll be a regular thing, but you never know. I'm not particularly good at doing things that are live regularly. But anyway, Q&A Thursday, because I've been getting a lot of questions being asked in our Facebook group. The Facebook group is a free Facebook group. It's called Secret Bloggers Society. If you're not in it and you're a blogger, you should come and join it. I've been getting asked a lot of different questions lately, and a lot of the same questions over and over again. So I thought I might start this regular Facebook Live as a great chance to actually answer those questions in a bit more depth and hopefully help you guys to get some progress started on your blog too. So this question that I got asked a whole bunch, I just did a few workshops the other week, and one of the questions that came up again and again was bloggers of different niches asking, what is the best way to monetize my blog? And so, we had pet bloggers, and we had photography bloggers, and we had bride bloggers, and we had like health bloggers and weight loss bloggers and mum bloggers, and every different type of niche, and they're all wanting to know what was the best way for their niche. And the thing is, that's not an easy question. That's a really, really big question, because there is no one best way to monetize. In fact, there's a couple of things that you want to try and figure out what's going to be the best way for you. There's a few things that you need to do first. So a few questions that you need to ask yourself, a little bit of research, shouldn't take too long, but a little bit of research to do. And then I also have a quiz for you guys. Hey Rebecca, how you going? I've got a quiz over on secretbloggersbusiness.com that I'll direct you guys to as well, which will help you to figure out what's going to be the best business model for you. I designed it specifically for that. But the first thing that I always recommend people do when they're trying to figure out what is the best way for them to monetize is to actually go and have a look and see what other people are doing. So I know a lot of people seem to think, and this was something I did at the start as well, I was like, oh, well, I can't do something if someone else is already doing it. If it's already out there and it exists, then obviously it's already done, so I want to do something completely different. And the problem with that is that you don't know if that thing's going to work. It's actually much better to use the fact that there's other things that are out there and that are running successfully as market research, because if it shows that there's a demand, if people are buying a certain thing from one person, then it's probably likely there's other people who want to buy that thing, and hey, maybe they can buy it from you, or for that experience or that product or that service or whatever it is that you're going to be offering. So go and do some research. Go find bloggers who have not just the same niche as you. So for example, hey Riley Sue, how you going? Find bloggers who are in the same niche and also in similar ones. So if you're a crochet blogger, you could go look at knitting and other different types of craft blogs and see what are they doing, like what is it that seems to be popping up again and again. One thing to keep in mind with that is just because these blogs all have oodles of banners all over them doesn't necessarily mean they're making much money from them. It could just be a thing that they're all doing and maybe they're making $5. So always kind of keep that at the back of your mind as well. Another thing which can be really handy is to go and try and find bloggers. Hey Kenya from New York, or Adelaide, New York, like absolute opposite sides of the world. That's awesome. It's go and have a look on, try and find a blog who's maybe doing income reports, because I find that's, if you're wanting to get inside someone's head and see what is actually working, income reports are a brilliant way, and a lot of bloggers do that now. So you'll be able to see, oh, okay, well that person, even if they're not in your niche, it can just be a good way of going and starting to get a feel for where the smaller and larger amounts of income come from for bloggers. And you'll find it's not one thing. They will have a lot of different things, a lot of different layers, which all add together to create their income. So, all right, awesome. We've got Ottawa and Canada as well. We've now got a competition going on who is the furthest away. So go and do some research. Go and find bloggers like you and in similar kinds of related niches, see what they're doing, and go and have a good read of some income reports and see if there's, see what is happening in the market right now for content producers, and you'll start to get a feel. Okay, well, most people seem to have 50% of their income from something like this and 10% from something like that, and those are the things that you need to kind of know is the overview of what can work. And then you need to go, okay, well, what's going to work for me? What is going to work for me on my blog? Because every single blogger is different, every topic is different. The skill sets and the things you enjoy and the stuff that you love and don't love doing are all just as important a thing to factor in, because there's no point creating a business based around something that you hate and don't enjoy, because you're not going to want to do it for very long. So like my example for that is around sponsorships. That was how my first blog was set up. We made most of our money around sponsored content, banner ads, sponsored newsletters, that kind of thing. But unfortunately, the reality of something like that is to have, large amounts of income coming from something like that, you need to do a lot of selling. Oh, it looks like I've got some people here recommending good income reports as well. So go and check those out. And I'm not a salesperson. I am a creative person. I'm also an introvert, believe it or not, with the amount of videos and stuff that I do. I would much rather be behind the scenes, getting stuff done, playing with the marketing, playing with branding, creating great content, rather than, being on the phone to people all the time, trying to do the hard sells. So, after years and years and years of that, I found that I wasn't liking the business that I built. So you really need to be, to have a think about what is going to be right for you. Like, do you like teaching people stuff? Do you like speaking in front of an audience? Do you like creating things? Do you like selling? Some people do. And for those people, I'm so jealous. I wish I liked selling. That's a rare and fantastic skill. So, be honest with yourself. What do you like doing? What is it that, you're always going to have to do some stuff that's not the most fun in the business. That's part of having a business as well. But you want to make sure that the majority of your time and that the livelihood of your business is not dependent on you doing stuff that you don't enjoy, because then you're going to end up in trouble. You're going to end up burnt out. You're going to end up resenting it, and you're going to want to chuck it all in. And then you're back at square one, because you don't have business anymore, because you created one and then destroyed it. So, yeah, think about what is going to work best for you, what is going to work best for your readers as well. Like, what is the kind of stuff that they naturally are going to want? Are they going to want to do something online? Are they going to want a physical thing? Are they want to go to an event or a workshop? There's so many, there's so many different things. And in my course, in the Bloggers MBA, we go through about 15 different types of ways you can monetize your blog. And again, that includes affiliates and sponsorships, definitely, but also, physical events, workshops, speaking, ebooks. Like, there is a lot of stuff out there, and you really have to make sure you get that combination right. It's more than just banners and, sponsored content and e-courses, because that's where people kind of always think they're going to go. So the other thing I always say to think about when you're trying to come up with what's going to work best. So you've gone and done your research, you've seen what's out there, the kind of stuff that you're more drawn to, and also you spend a bit of time thinking about the kind of stuff that is going to work best, just delivery-wise, for your audience. So for example, if you had your audience was a really geo-targeted, like maybe you had a blog around a specific city, then doing stuff in person could be an awesome opportunity for you, because running events and stuff, because everyone's in the same spot, so that's brilliant. Versus if you are your audience is all over the world, then maybe you have to do stuff that's online. So there's a lot of, that kind of stuff to think about too. But if you are wanting a bit more, a bit more guidance around the type of blog business and blog business model that is going to work best for you, I have a quiz, which is on the site. So if you go to secretbloggersbusiness.com, you'll see a tab there that says freebies. And then under that tab that says quiz, what's your blog business model? Click through, check that out. That will give you not just a bit of an overview of there's 5 different blog business models that I've identified, but sort of like the next steps and the first sort of next things that you need to go and do to really start focusing on and growing that particular business model. So go check out that quiz. I think that'll help you get a lot of clarity as well. But yeah, as I said, don't try and reinvent the wheel. Do the research. That's probably going to give you the biggest ideas. Just going out and looking and seeing what people are doing, and don't be afraid to look at people outside of your niche. And for those of you who are going, well, there's already so many people doing whatever it is that I want to do, therefore I don't think that there's going to be enough of them who want to do it for me. I'm just going to stop you there, because that's rubbish. The thing is, what you want to do is you don't want to go and copy people, but you want to go and find your own spin on it, right? Like, you want to go and find out, how can you take this, like, look at these things that already exist, which means that there's demand for it, and go, okay, how can I do it in my way, or make it better, or make it more appealing to my audience? Because you know that your audience is slightly different from their audience, and they follow you for a reason, because they like the way that you explain things, or the way that you do things or the way that you make things look. So, you know, you want to take something that exists, that's proven, put your spin on it, but just make sure whatever that thing is, that it is something that you're going to enjoy doing and that's going to light you up and help you create a long-term sustainable business that makes you happy as well as wealthy, because there's no point being rich and miserable. It's just not a thing. It's not a thing anyone wants to do. So that's my A to the Q this week. If you guys have got any other questions, as I said, I'll be jumping in here each week to answer them. So pop them below. And if you want to go and check out that quiz, all you need to do, I'll pop the link on here as well once this is finished. But you can just go to secretbloggersbusiness.com. Look for the menu item that says freebies, and underneath that is a quiz, your blog and business model, and that will really help you get some good clarity around the best types of monetization for you to be pursuing, best types of getting traffic and growing community for you to be pursuing, because there's different ones that work best for the different models as well. So go check that out. But otherwise, guys, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you all back here next week. Alrighty, bye.